Odin searched for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman.
You who grant us love, hatred, and strength.
Morgan's birthday tomorrow. Turns out this will
favor Lady Brandon for her son.
You and Hjalmar,
That's, adornment. I engraved it.
No. So you're back.
So. Mind your manners.
I am Tuckered. So you're back.
Looking.
Fergus, perhaps?
So long.
Interested in the weapon?
Think I have something that was meant for you.
A letter from me mum. Says here me sis was bringing it. How'd you come by it?
Came across some bodies in the woods, victims of a monster attack. Found this letter on one of the dead. A woman.
Singa's dead. Ah. Told her and Mom so many times. Come over, live with me. No. I had to stay on Pharaoh. I gotta send someone to fetch her body.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for bringing word. Not every man will go to the trouble. Here, take this.
no respect for our customs.
Go.
Not ye, nor that witch.
Leave me to me grief. Go. Leave me to me grief.
Respect, Witcher. Something I've always wondered. What do you Witchers do once there are no basilisks?
what you came here seeking, Wanderer. But that's what you find.
Hey, cover!
Did it hurt that monster when you killed it? Because I hope it did. Hope it hurt a lot.
Luck's run out, freak.
You'll never learn.
Moses got you. Take cover! Fuck you! Dump!
Shut up and fight.
Man needs worries like a boat needs ballast. Sail straight and easy.
Spare your ass with honey, yet hero.
What is it?
Retrieved the property you lost.
Kullu? Thanks be to Freya. Where'd you find it?
Northern part of the Isle, near the whale cemetery. Don't ask me how it got there, long story. At any rate, don't need to worry about the thieves. They won't steal ever again.
Your reward sure as hell earned it. And I'll add a bit more from myself. If Kullu'd not been found, I'd have had to wash the shame away with my own blood.
Where are you going?
Well, well.
blue and bloated. Didn't seem to bother the sirens, though. Must have nabbed her body soon after she drowned. Kira's lamp ought to prove really handy here.
Merciful Freya, forgive your sons. Meant to escort our brother's betrothed to her wedding, a storm beset us and bested us. All is lost. Agda lies dead, her dowry drowned. 'Tis a taint on the clan's honor. Forgive us, O Freya most noble.
Stop, Mikael. Freyr can't wash our shame away. Only blood can. Let's do it as it must be done. There, neath the tree. We'll pray, and then end it.
Aye, you're right. Be better that way.
Footprints. Wonder where they lead. Skelligan honor. Chose to die instead of living with the knowledge they'd let down their brother.
Boots are fucking soaked.
Got some bad news. Sadly, Agda's dead. So are your brothers.
What? How? What are you saying?
A storm destroyed their boat. Agda was killed. Your brothers felt they'd let you down, couldn't live with the shame. They chose death. Found this letter. Might help you come to terms.
A letter? That's all that's left of them.
Sorry, didn't find anything else.
okay.
Far from the worst weather we're likely to get. Far from the worst weather we're likely to get.
Oh, another.
What cast? Leaden balls and three of them.
What good with leaden balls? It's a wraith, not some devil.
So what do we
Hey
do?
there.
Go to the Druids?
Druids aren't any good with wraiths.
Oh, suppose you're better.
Shut your gob. He's better than any. That's a witcher there. Listen, it's our arena. We got a wraith that haunts it. Damned if we know how to drive it off. Do you think you could manage?
This wraith, I can probably manage it. Need the details.
What do you want to know?
Know anything about this specter? When did it first appear?
The Grandad told me his granddad said the wraith was called Ulla the Unlucky. Lost every bout he entered, yet always recovered from his wounds. Ulla weren't even able to die like a man.
Till one day, Jarl Thormar called a tournament in the arena. In those days, they drew lots to choose their foes, and the Jarl drew Ulla, the Unlucky. Jarl was cocksure he'd win, so he mocked Ulla, ridiculed him till all in the stands were crying with laughter. Finally, he raised his arms in triumph, and that's when Ulla, who couldn't take it no more, stuck a dagger in his back.
As he died, Thorma cursed Ulla. May ye lose again and again for centuries on end. That's what he said. Ever since, Ulla's haunted the arena, looking for a fight and getting a few.
Mean there have been those who've tried to defeat him?
You kidding? Everyone's beating him. Poor bugger keeps coming back, though. Can't organize no normal fights precisely 'cause of that.
What kind of an arena is this?
It's an arena, like any other.
The custom was for the best warriors to clash here. Speakerog bouts were famous all across Skellige.
Then one day a wraith showed up.
How did you know?
Told you, he's a witcher. A cunning man. He knows these things.
All right, could try my hand at driving away this specter. Not for free, though.
Get it done, and we'll pay you the champion's purse.
And the premium from our earnings to come. Once the fighting begins, after the curse is lifted.
Oh, sure you're not getting carried away there?
A little lie, but fuck it. Witcher gets rid of the wraith, he'll deserve a premium from the earnings, he will.
So be it. One time only, though.
Sounds reasonable. Wait for me here. Shouldn't be too long.
Come to face the ghost of the arena. Don't be shy. I'll defeat Ulla the Unlucky. Just spare me your jabber, your cries of die, wraith, and I shall defeat you, spectre of the arena. I've heard them all 1,000 times. Dreadful sick of them.
Draw your weapon.
Draw in, draw in.
Ah! Yeah! Ow! Ah! 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 Oh! Ah!
I defeated you.
Seems so. Congratulations.
But how? I was to lose till the end of time. What's that? I hear laughter and joyous cries. The clanking of chalices and a voice summoning me to the feast of heroes. You let me win. You freed me. Thank you. The gods be with you.
Farewell, Ghost.
Greetings.
Ghost shouldn't pester you anymore. Drinking meat with his ancestors by now.
I knew you'd manage it. Well, Gunnar, the winning.
Here.
You bet on it?
Should have seen it. I said you'd pull it off. Gunnar said there weren't a chance. That's why he's got that sheep's arse frown now.
See that frown often, when it's time for me to get paid.
You needn't fret. We're honorable folk here. This is for you.
And remember, you get a cut of the earnings once we get the arena up and running again.
I'll remember that. So long.
Here to fight? No, come and have a chat.
Hey there.
Oh, the mutant, eh? Don't make a face. It's good you're one. Ordinary bloke never stand a chance against the champion of champions. You have come to challenge him, haven't you?
Anything I should know about my opponent? Had to fight a bear earlier. Bit surprised.
Go with him. He'll lead you where you need to go.
Behold, the champion of champions.
A rock troll. A very well-developed rock troll. This supposed to be a fist fight?
Aye, fists. Of course, we provide a dignified funeral, observing the rituals of the Challenger's Creed.
I want to fight the champion of champions.
What do they call ye?
Geralt of Rivia. I'm ready to fight.
Geralt of Rivia, time to begin.
silver. I did it.
Geralt of Rivia, you've defeated the champion of champions in fair combat, earned the right to bear the title yourself. This very eve, I'll send word to the four corners of the world. The title is yours, as is the champion's prize.
Girls at each other's throats. We does occasionally seem to return. Aim to return one day.
Laid against the giant. It was a fallen star. Tell me honestly, do you believe it?
His new captive woman, she's from Nilfgaard, you know.
From
Lives there, the
Nilfgaard.
men.
And you never go on from the village, Baron, or
You best take that back.
You defiled sacred ground. The gods will never forgive you for this.
Ye ain't welcome here, witch.
Always did know how to win friends.
I was provoked.
Saw it happen. Wanted to talk to me about something?
Amos Var Ipsis, a specialist on djinns. Heard of him? I found a tome he'd penned in the Emperor's library. Var Ipsis set off for Skellige one day and was never heard from again. I asked some of the local folk. Some here still remember him.
They know what happened to him?
The locals say they last saw his ship off the coast of Hindisfjall. Then a once-in-an-eon storm broke.
So he's probably fish food by now.
Not necessarily. I must learn what became of him.
Why? Do you know him?
No, it's not the mage who interests me. It's his djinn.
Why are you even interested? Djinns are dangerous sometimes, and malicious all the time.
I remember. But the advantages outweigh the risks. If I can tame a djinn, I shall gain incredible power. And that could be useful to us one of these days.
You sure this mage actually had a djinn?
His books strongly suggest he did. He describes taming one, harnessing energy from its power.
Storm wouldn't pose a threat if he'd had a djinn. He could just utter a wish.
Perhaps he had none left, or something unexpected happened.
All right, so what exactly do you expect me to do?
You must help me find this djinn. I've no gold to offer in reward, but I shall be ever so grateful.
Since you put it that way, fine. I'll help you.
Thank you. A boat awaits in the harbor. Come.
You saved us
Then the
from the
blast
giant.
near blew the longships off the bay.
It was a fallen star.
See, you've managed to prepare everything already.
I have.
How could you possibly know I'd agree?
I didn't. Decided to risk it.
Monster Slayer. My gran told me about you.
Oh!
Lead the way.
Just once, you might try to take the initiative.
Would you even let me?
It would depend on the situation. The The ship carrying the Jinn sank somewhere in this area.
Not too precise as leads go.
I'll cast a spell on our boat. We'll know if there are any wrecks on the seafloor below us.
All right, let's get to work.
Mind if I take the helm?
I got a choice.
No.
Not sure this Jinn thing's a good idea.
We managed to seize one before. Do you remember?
Of course. Dandelion almost lost his voice that time.
How lucky your exorcism saved it. It was poetic.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that incantation meant begone and plow yourself?
You should have studied foreign languages.
Gonna keep bringing that up for the rest of my life.
Of course. Your last wish effectively assured it.
My wish was about us being together always, not about you mocking my every mistake.
Careful what you wish for. And when your wish is granted, you must accept it with all attendant circumstances.
Yeah.
And as for your missteps, I don't rightly see why I shouldn't laugh if they're amusing. There's something here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer. Assad Eich Cryde Rithorn. Ready. Careful down there. How's it going?
Yeah, and you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and snapped masts, busted planks, and a whole swarm of drowners. Probably drawn by the corpses of drowned crew. Then made their nest here. There's also a Clan Drummond figurehead.
Not the right ship. Come back up. Wherever the leads take us.
Say we find the Jinn. What'll you do? Ask for a beautiful house? And a palace? And a queen's crown?
Are we still talking about the Jinn? Or have we moved on to a talking fish?
Doesn't much matter. Both make wishes come true. What would yours be?
You learn in due course. Something's here. Another wreck.
Let's see if our Jinn's down there. Found a wreck. It's been here a while. Wood's rotted. A man's skeleton. Somebody pinned his skull to the deck with an axe.
A death worthy of a Skellige.
Yen, doubt any of these boats were the mages. These are old sunken longships.
getting better at this.
Go even quicker if you helped me down there.
I prefer to observe matters from up here, most definitely.
Yeah, like when we were looking for the Golden Dragon and an avalanche swept us off the trail. Me clinging to the remains of a bridge for dear life. You gripping my waist, admiring the view. Remember? Chasm below us was breathtaking. Rustling trees, a lazily flowing stream.
I remember, though I found myself admiring what I had right in front of me. Something strange about those rocks.
And there's something on the bottom. Let's see what it is.
See something?
Something doesn't do it justice. A huge crater, as if a meteorite landed here.
I must see it.
Diving in after all?
No, I shall cast another spell, to see through your eyes. Now relax. I su foltia bedem ein eichte illivaid. That is no meteorite crater.
What is it then?
The effect of teleportation. A powerful force cut out a fragment of the seabed, rocks and everything lying within. I su foltia bedem ein eichte illivaid.
No gin here, but there's something you ought to like.
What?
Half a seal.
That'll do. Come back up.
Transverse cut through the pelvis. Surgical precision. No conventional weapon could do this. Transverse cut through the pelvis. Surgical precision. No conventional weapon could do this. Only found half. Can you do anything with this?
I can use it to locate the other half, to within a dozen yards.
And once we find that, we should find the gin.
Exactly. Ready? I'll take us there on the count of 3.
Oh, no, not another portal.
Stop whining. 1, 2...
Said you were gonna go on 3.
I did. Look, we must search the area.
Yen, not so fast. Gotta tell me what this is about first. Why do you want this gin?
But you already know. A djinn's power is priceless to a mage.
Won't worm your way out of it. Not this time. Tell me the truth or I'll leave.
You needn't resort to blackmail. You would have learned eventually.
True, but after the fact. I want to know now.
How long has this been going on, Geralt? This thing between us? 15, 20 years? We repeatedly split up, then returned to one another. Something draws us to each other, but I can never be certain if it's a true feeling or merely a bit of mischief by a djinn.
So that's it? This is about my last wish?
You asked that djinn to bind us together forever. I want to ask this one to take that wish back.
Why would you want to do that?
To see what it's like without it. To see if we'll still matter to one another. Or if we'll be like two strangers.
Wondered that myself many times.
You see? We're just a step away from learning the truth. Come, let's search the ship.
Seems Amos was quite the eccentric, asking the Jinn to lift half his ship to a mountaintop.
He didn't necessarily. Jinns are inherently mischievous. This one might have granted his wish and perverted it in doing so.
In that case, I'd appreciate it if you didn't wish I'd disappear from your life. Nothing interesting here. Interesting. Wonder what this means. Nice shoes. Mage must have slept here. The mountain was so powerful. Wonder what this means. Wear right out of them. Blood. Someone was dragged across the deck. Or left this mark when the ship suddenly tipped to one side. Yen, think you should see this.
What do you have? It's Amos. Looks exactly like the etching in the book. Except his head was intact there.
If he died while being teleported, Seal might still be on him. Behold.
Bravo! Come to the deck. I've an idea.
Nice shoes. Looks like the impact with the mountain was so powerful it popped the wearer right out of them.
Step back a bit.
What are you going to do?
Summon and tame the Jinn. It's not likely to be happy. Stand at the ready.
Tame Jinn, Vrif Kaishta ein Gaia, Kaishta et Disglair, Gevired me Castle.
Have a plan.
You must weaken him while I draw him into the storm.
Care to trade places?
Just a bit more. I can feel his strength waning. You! Your master died before uttering his last wish. I cannot capture you. We can struggle like this for eternity, or I can release you. If you do one thing for me. Do you see the spell that binds us? Only a Jinn can remove another Jinn's spell. Remove this one and you'll be free.
Storm's over.
Yes. It's all over.
Maybe we should sit. You look a bit dazed.
I'm not, but we can sit.
Feel any better?
I told you, I'm fine.
Don't need to play tough for me. That was a hard fight. Maybe not as hard as the last time we tamed a djinn, but still.
No comparison, I'm afraid. Half of Rind suffered then. Now I'm merely a bit tired. Thank you for coming, Geralt. I'd have had a much harder time of it on my own.
Well, never could say no to you.
Perhaps that will change now.
Feel anything? That anything's different?
I expected... I don't know what I expected, actually. A bit of vertigo, perhaps. I thought you'd become a stranger to me. That I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Jinn might have cheated us after all.
Why?
Because I don't feel that anything's changed either. I love you, Yen.
And I love you.
Ow, what was that?
It can't be all sweetness and light.
Strange. Done that so many times. But it felt like our first kiss to me.
It was, in a way. Besides, once you say I love you, a kiss has to taste differently.
Maybe we ought to test a few other things. Amos's cabin looked cozy.
Not so fast, Geralt. We'll have plenty of time to visit cozy cabins later. But I doubt the world will end if we sit here a while. My, it's lovely.
Think the spirits of Skellige favor us. Next time we go on horseback.
A horse would never make it down that mountain.
What now?
Well, I'm due to appear in Vizima. We must report to the Emperor after all.
Ciri's our concern, and only ours.
At heart, perhaps. But it's not what we agreed with Emir. We must see him.
Awfully loyal to your patron.
He happens to be your patron as well, darling. You'd do well to remember that. Otherwise, he might feel compelled to remind you.
Don't have the slightest intention of doing that.
Well, I can't force you.
Yen, what happened back there?
Was very nice. Let's not ruin it by hashing out the details.
I'm going to see the Baron. Collect Uma from him, then we'll ride for Kaer Morhen.
I shall join you as quickly as I can.
See you, Yen. Take care of yourself.
That's how you earn this. Skellige.
And what's this?
Don't eat so much.
Why the spit not?
Because if you get hit with guts. Seen the plan?
Then we won't do so.
Strange lumps you put.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman.
You, white one. Look like you.
Need to talk to you.
About?
Uma. Gonna take him with me.
Gotta ask the Baron's permission. Thing is, he ain't here.
Not about to ask for anything. I'm telling you. You can try to stop me. But that'd be an error. A mortal one.
Think you got me shaking in my boots?
You sure as hell should be.
Fine. Cripple's not worth no blood. See the groom. He ought to be glad to give him up. Bugger's been eating from the feed bags. And a pleasant journey to you both.
Thank you kindly.
Hangover.
I'm taking Uma.
There ain't a...
Sergeant Hartle said I could.
Bring him back, though, won't you? Be awful dull without him.
No. Not about to bring him back. Open the door. Now. Hey, little guy. This here's Roach. She'll take us to Kaer Morhen. Well, come on. What the? Quit playing around. Let's go. Looks like we got company. Nilfgaardian battle mounts. What do you want?
The Emperor's displeased with you.
Then he ought to ask somebody else for help.
The Emperor does not ask anyone for anything. You will ride with us to Vitsima.
Sure about that?
Don't even try.
Fine. Lead the way.
And the Third Army will sweep in from the west to take Ban Glin.
If I may, Your Imperial Majesty, our spies report that the garrison at Ban Glin consists almost wholly of mercenaries.
Bribery, then.
We stand to lose exactly no men in battle.
And we stand to lose less time. Very well. Give the orders. Then set sail.
As you wish. At once.
Your Imperial Majesty, Yennefer.
I did not have you brought here for an exchange of courtesies. Report.
No courtesies needed? Perfect. But remember, I'm not your soldier, or page, or dog, so don't give me any orders.
Would you prefer I order my guards? Look around. I need only beckon.
Geralt.
Now report.
Ciri. Well, this man is the key to finding her.
I give you 3 solid leads. Trails as fresh as morning dew. The aid of my spies and my court sorcerers. Yet in my daughter's stead, you bring me this monstrosity? I hope you have more to say. For your sake.
Listen, I'm looking for a needle in a haystack. A needle that at any moment can...
It's a difficult task, I know this. What of it? Listen to me. I rule the largest empire the world has ever known. I wage a war against the North, command men in tens of thousands, while at home the trade corporations and nobles seek to depose me. You cannot expect me to pity you the difficulty of your task.
This monstrosity might well be your daughter. Its body is the product of a curse. Someone hides inside it.
Can you lift this curse?
I've done a great deal of research, made inquiries, but to lift it I would need to know the words used to cast it, and that...
Vafael Elen, Kedmil Fali. Gladiv Dorn Eptened, Bandro Ithne Iacus. Dandelion told me. Ciri talked to him about it.
At last, you provide a pleasant surprise. Lady Yennefer, my question stands.
Yes. I believe I can. But I must...
Details do not interest me. Geralt, you've achieved precious little, yet admittedly more than the bumblers in my spy corps have. I give you half the promised reward. You will receive the other when you bring me Ciri.
Wouldn't count on that happening.
That was no request, it was an order, Geralt. And I advise you well, do not disobey me. This audience is over. Till the next.
Could have used some of that famous biting wit of yours. Where'd it disappear to? I mean, you were meek as a novice at Aretuza called into the Dean's office.
I merely know when I can indulge my pride and when I must swallow it. Unlike some others, I know.
Ah, I see. So you show your claws to me because I'm a lowly witcher, but...
Do you really wish to do this now, Geralt? We can fight another time, in another place, where the walls have no ears.
So, how do we lift Uma's curse?
We must take him to Kaer Morhen. Oh, and Geralt, forgive me, but I'm unable to teleport you, Uma, and Roach, so...
Don't worry, we'll ride there. Never did like teleporting.
Take care of yourself.
Wait. Here, probably better if you keep it.
Of course. I'm off.
His long search for Ciri led Geralt to conclude that Uma, the ugliest man alive and the victim of a curse, was the key to finding the young woman. Geralt needed to lift the curse, so he took Uma to the home of the world's greatest specialist on dark spells, to the Witcher's fortress of Kaer Morhen.
Oh, there, Roach.
Forktails this close to the fortress? Someone's been slacking off.
been away quite a while.
Too long.
And your journey, how was it?
Calm, if you don't count the forked tail that flew over our heads a few miles back. Passenger got a little restless.
What have we here? Multiple deformities. Eyes, ears, nostrils, a hair lip. And is this... Now, calm down. Yennefer was right on one count. Thing sure isn't pretty.
Don't look all that nice yourself. How'd you get so dirty?
Huh? Ah, this. I was mixing some lime for the mortar. Need to patch up the walls before they crumble.
A lot of work for one person. Lambert and Eskel not willing to help? Don't see the sense in it?
No. Yennefer found more important things for them to do.
Yen's here already?
And how?
Huh. You two argue?
Geralt, I understand she's a... well, how do I put this? Emancipated, strong-willed woman. But do manners count for nothing? She teleports in, not even a nice to see. Jumps right into a, we've a curse to lift, there's this to do and that. So Eskel and Lambert get going. And she went to the guest room to rearrange things. Through the bed, off the balcony.
Shame. That was a good bed.
Said the same myself. Solid oak frame, down mattress. Triss always said she... Ah, now I see.
It's either that, or Yen really hates oak furniture. So what's Yen planning?
Wish I knew.
Mean she didn't tell you?
She told us what she needs to lift the curse, not what she plans to do with it, despite our asking.
She's up to something.
Glad you noticed.
So where is everyone?
Eskel's hunting forktails. Gotta nip that infestation in the bud. And since Yennefer needs to distill some ingredients from their organs, well, like they say, 2 birds, 1 stone. Lambert's still in the keep, preparing to venture into the mountains to enrich the phylactery with elemental power.
Mm-hmm. And Yen?
Assembling a megascope. Wanted my help running around with some chirping contraption, searching for something. But I'm too old for that nonsense.
I should let her know I'm here.
If you say so, but don't go thinking she'll throw her arms around your neck.
BRB, bitch.
Eskel's prints. No one else has left the keep recently. The old signal tower. It'll be nothing but a pile of rubble soon. Might want to look around some. One cell's not enough. Cell's missing. Need to look around. Right. Now to activate it. It works. Who would have thunk? bastion. We trained here as boys. Before the trial of the grasses. How about that? Seems the bastion's haunted. This place. Medallion's hopping, but I can't see a thing. Maybe the lamp will reveal more. No.
You walked away from practice without my permission. You know that? Do not start. Bleeding is no excuse. Now take off that bandage and get back to your training. You'll see to your wound when I say you're done. Is that a sword or an egg beater? Strike from the wrist, not your elbow. Again. Is that a sword or an egg beater? Strike. A witcher usually fights with a sword, silver or steel. But he must know how to use all weapons. Battle axes, picks, slingshots. Archery training today. Missed the target, you owe me 50 push-ups. Hit it, you owe me 20. Now move! What's that supposed to be? Swaying side to side like a reed in the wind? Head up! Guard up! Faster! Faster!
Bastion's haunted by the ghost of a boy who trained here and died here. Need to bury his remains. Maybe he'll leave then. Must be his ghost that haunts the Bastion. Maybe he'll leave if I bury his bones.
Not your lucky day.
Wraiths. They'll try to stop me. Take care, kid.
Alright, I said it would be a short stream, and I wasn't lying. I'm gonna come back tomorrow. If I work, I'm gonna come back after.